How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Warhammer Online, Age of Reckoning. This game came out in 2008, so it's a couple years old, but it still has somewhat of a strong following. I think there's only one US server now. When I first started playing this game when it came out, there was a lot more servers, but still has a somewhat consistent following and has maintained high ratings from both critics and users at Metacritic.com. The developer is Mythic Entertainment, with the publisher being Electronic Arts. And as you saw, my character is a very, very small little fellow called Squig Herder, and I chose the name of Gobits, somewhat of a goblin race or greenskin race. I'm in alliance with the orcs and all those type of characters. And basically, the Squig Herder is a ranged DPS type character, and I'm gonna assist my the destruction class, or whatever you want to call it, with ranged DPS instead of upfront combat. So the greenskins are part of the destruction, and there's other, let's see if I can pull it up. In the destructions, there's the greenskins, the chaos, and the dark elves. Whereas in the order, there are the dwarves, the empire, and the high elves. So right now I'm just showing you a public quest. I'm teamed up with this he's obviously an orc, the guy in my party, and I think he is a black orc, or a chopper, I'm not sure. Chopper is more of like offense tank. The black orc is more of like a tank. Now this is a side quest, and I'm up against this huge wolf. And what I have is there's this little pink thing you see in that. Okay, it's in the background. The wolf is facing it. That's one of my squigs, and that little fella functions as a tank for me. So it allows me to take a couple shots at the NPC while it's distracted. So I almost died, and I'm heading back to camp. But the main part of this video is now coming up, and I'm about to use a potion where I go from level 6 top left to I'm about to go to a level 15. By some strange means, I came across this NPC character in this area who gave me this journeyman's elixir, which says drinking the viscous and putrid smelling contents of this bottle will instantly infuse you with knowledge and wisdom equivalent to someone of career rank 15 and renown rank 10, which helped me out a lot when I started playing this game again, which was about a week ago. I had it on my shelf for some time. Actually, I had gotten to the highest rank, which at the time when this game first came out was level 40. And I had to work my way up all the way to those levels, but I think they made some major changes to the game where, like in this example, I just drank a potion and I'm at level 15, and I can do some PvP, which is probably the main emphasis of this game. It's based heavily on player versus player action, and it's not so much PvE or player versus environment. There is both, but PvP is a strong emphasis of this game. And right here, I have a whole bunch of destruction characters. Let me go back to that. Let me see. In the destruction class, there are, like I said, there are the chaos, the dark elves, and the greenskin. So now, if we go to the dark elves, and just I'm doing something off screen. I'm going to the WarhammerOnline.com website. In the Dark Elf, career options, which consist of the Witch Elf, Disciple of Cain, the Sorceress, and the Blackguard. So somewhere in here, I think I saw Disciple of Cain. They function as a healer. And here's my little Squig Herder. I try and typically stay by the healers. Now I have this guy to the right of me. This shirtless. That actually is a shaman. He's also part of the Greenskin class. And there he is. The guy to the right of me. He's a shaman. Pretty funny looking character. Actually, even mine is a funny looking character. And I kind of made him to be funny looking. Even their expressions in the game, the things they say can crack you up, make you laugh. So I find him to be a very entertaining character, but at the same time, he's also a very dangerous character. The ranged DPS, because I can pick off and keep enemies at bay, protect my team, or the destruction players that are on my side. I can protect them just by keeping the enemy at a far distance, or I can just inflict some serious damage when they do draw close, keeping myself away from especially the melee characters. They will pick me up. I mean, they will do some serious damage to me. So even if they do draw in and attack my fellow teammates, I can still do some damage from just like a couple, you know, like maybe a couple feet away. There's the path of quick shooting, which is what I'm referring to, and that I can run and shoot. There's the paths of stabbing with the Squig Herder, and that I can actually do some melee DPS on other characters. I can even transform into this squig-like monster, or I think it's called Squig Armor. I don't have that. I didn't buy that ability yet. I have, you'll see in the 4-row user interface, I think beneath the sword, beneath the red square, there's these, that's the gas squig. Then you have the spike squig and a horn squig, and then just the regular squig. I have 4 squigs right now. But there's one option for the path of stabbing, which is a career option path for my character that is more aligned towards melee DPS. Then you have the path of, I think it's called Big Shooting, which is the one I'm focusing on, where I can just do some serious damage from a distance and just watch the consequences of where I place my arrows from afar. So it's really interesting path to choose. I think it is the one that I had chosen a few years ago. I don't remember all too well. If it wasn't that, then it was a combination. I think you could do combinations as well. Spread out your, they're called, I think, talent points. You gain X amount of them over the course of like leveling up to level 40, I think it is. I'm not sure if that's the max cap, and maybe they raised it or changed, but they did do something with this Journeyman's Elixir, which caused me to rank up to level 15 like all these other characters around me. And you really get into some instant PvP. Now let's say if I didn't have that potion, if I didn't use it, and I was here, and there could be some higher level ups, and they will be very dangerous. I would only be a level 6 versus I guess this area maxes out at level 15, so the max level could be 15 and I could be level 6, and just one insta kill or one shot, and then one hit from a higher level, and I can hit. But right now in the top left you'll see level 15, that means I'm level 15, and my hit points raised, went up, and instead of just having one row, you'll see 2 rows on the left. I mean, yeah, well, a total of 2 rows split with 2 columns, so I have like a 4-part user interface with all these different buttons. Now you're not going to have that at level 6 with all these different abilities to click on, but you do gain this as you level up. And in this instance, I'm level 15, so I'm using Plink a lot, which is it's just this long distance arrow shot into the air, landing on some enemy at a distance, and it does a lot of damage. And right now we're keeping the enemy at bay. And they can't even get up the hill. And you got a warrior priest going up on the left here. He's gonna be the bold one and try and do some damage. I'm worrying about him doing a bounce back. He can bounce me back towards his enemies, but he falls down. I think by Disciple of Cain on my left. And you got this guy on the right who looks like he's flying on a little flying horse or some sort of hover disc. That's actually I think it's a mage. Yeah, it's a mage. He's another ranged DPS character, and then he's got this little thing called a flamer, which is this type of apparition that shoots flames at the enemy. One just went off right now. So I think the reason why we're keeping the enemy at bay here is we have a lot of ranged DPS, and we're just it's non-stop attacks on the enemy, and they really have no. They might have too many melee DPS over there. I can't see all too well. But they're not able to push forward and push us back, so. So, like typically with like certain MMORPG games, you have the $15 a month charge, and this game has that as well. So it goes down to $77.94 for 6 months or 180 days. I think this is the same pricing as World of Warcraft. I haven't even tried that game, World of Warcraft, in many years. I had capped out, I got to the max level of 80, and then they came out with all these expansions, and I didn't really go any further with the game. I just stopped playing it altogether. Because you always have that charge, but I guess you have the option of just like in this game. I think, and also in WoW, you have a billing cycle, or subscription, which will be charged to you to your credit card every month, or every 3 months, or every 6 months. But you do also have the option of buying just a game time card, which is, I think they typically go for 2 months. I have a few of those. So you don't have to be worried about your credit card being charged all the time and you forgetting about it. You just you buy a game time card. You typically can buy one cheaper. I mean, probably you can find a better price per month than you could with the subscription plans. On the internet, you can find game time cards, and they should be cheaper per month than they would with the subscription. I just died here, and what's awesome, the only reason why I'm doing so well in this battle is because I have all these healers, and they're focusing a lot of their heals on me. It's really the healers that'll carry a war either favorably or unfavorably, or whatever team you're on, and so a lot of teamwork is involved in this game, and I don't even know if there's a warband. I'm still getting used to the controls and everything, but I just show up and there's people healing me and everything, so it's really good. Now, I can't see, I'm watching this, actually doing a voiceover on my TV here, but actually there's even, you'll get these people, it's kind of funny though. I'm not sure whether from the opposing team or the same team, but they're like, they'll do, there's this one, I think, expression where it says, character X, Y, or Z boasts his or her deeds to the world, and they'll repeat that over and over. Or you'll have a teammate that'll cheer you, and if you did something good for them, they'll cheer you, and it'll show up in the chat box, which is above on the left to the left of the user interface, shown at the bottom. But many times it's so hard to read messages in that chat box when you have a massive amount of action going on. Like in this example, but this game even gets even more intense. There's even bigger battles and more characters on the screen. And there's also castles involved and I think siege weapons. It's really never gets boring. There's also mounts involved. Traveling instead of traveling on foot, you travel on. I think my character gets wolf, and others I'm not sure. I forget actually. I think obviously certain characters will get a horse. That's pretty typical, but there's also other ones as well. Okay, so I have the gas squig out there, and it's on the top left. And you'll see my username. The name I chose of Gobit's kind of like a goblin type. I don't know. I just came up with some corny name, and then underneath that you'll see just the default name of gas squig. The gas squig is like it's this range DPS type squig, which will I think emit 3 streams of it's like a toxic mucus, although for some reason it's not showing up during this recording, I guess because of the graphical issues. When I first started playing this game, I did notice some bugs going back a few levels earlier. Traveling from like A to B at level 6, you can do it. There are certain NPCs that'll let you travel when you talk to them, and they'll travel the voice from one location to another. I did notice that one of the horses wasn't moving its legs or galloping, and then like a half hour later at another location it was galloping okay. So I did notice there's a couple graphical issues or bugs when playing this game again that I noticed. Another issue that came up is that this is max resolution of like a little bit over 1280 by 720, and when I was doing this at 1920 by 1080, that caused some problems, especially with my wireless end connection. That wasn't holding up all too well versus versus the resolution of 1280 by 720 or around there, which is this recording with raps. And this worked out the best for the gameplay. Now they're advancing, they're pushing up, and I mean, with my type of character, I can't be that like that tank. He just barges in there and does whatever he can, but even he has to retreat. You know, he's got himself a shield and looks like a machete type of weapon. I just took a huge hit. I don't know what the hell that means. Obviously, those cannons from back by their area, their range can't hit me, so it must have been some ranged DPS character. Or you know what, who it could have been? It could have been the Bright Wizard. That's one of their ranged DPS characters, and they probably shot some sort of fireball at him. Okay, that was the bounce back. Someone just hit me and I just flew back up. I flew into the air and I just landed down onto the ground again, and I'm backing down. I'm away from this guy. This guy is he's some sort of dwarf tank. Yeah, he's like a dwarven tank. He's going up on my right. Someone's healing me. I don't know where it is. I don't know who's healing it, but I'm getting heals from somebody. Now, I have selected warrior priests, and those are like the healers slash tank. They can also tank as well, and they could be a bit of a problem. See all these characters ganging up on this one. This one dwarf, and look, and he's still up and going, and he says full health, and really tough character to bring down. The tanks in this game. Sometimes it's just a waste of arrows. I think I can, I think the reason why I'm so in his face is because I have a renowned ability of, I increase my regeneration rate for health. But later on, even though I don't show it in this video, later on, when I was playing this game, what did I do? I got rid of that ability and I invested in a better bow and arrow. So I'd have a higher DPS, although for this video, I don't have the better bow and arrows. Otherwise, my arrows would be even deadlier than shown. But okay, everyone, we're getting to the tail end of this video, and thank you all for watching. This is Warhammer Online.